So last year was actually my first year. So I came in as a junior, and I came from a classical Christian private school, like a brick and mortar school in our area. It honestly felt pretty smooth because the school I came from was similarly rigorous. So we just started to feel the more government control, I guess, in the public school, or especially the public schools, but also even the private schools. We just didn't really like a lot of the control that we were seeing, and also just the woke influence. I don't know, it just kind of started seeping in. It didn't seem possible in the school that we were in. It just seemed like a solid Christian school, but I guess it just happened. Especially in such a liberal state like California. It just was inevitable, I guess, that something like the woke agenda was going to start seeping in. I'm going to be majoring in physics, and then hopefully I want to get an MBA after. So it's like two very different things, but there's three main reasons I want to do physics and then get an MBA. First is just that it's fun for me. It's my favorite subject. It just clicks. I just love the problem solving aspect of it. Two is that it's arguably the hardest major you could do, and just the way I am, I always want to do not because I feel like I have to, just because it's rewarding and fun for me to do the hardest thing I possibly can. And then three is physics especially trains you how to think. It trains you not only just what, but also how to apply that. And so that's something that a lot of jobs look for, not necessarily exactly what you're studying, because you're probably not going to be applying physics into a business environment, almost certainly you're not. But that problem solving ability is something that a lot of people look for and is very respected. And so going into an MBA after, I think, is going to prepare me well for any sort of business environment that I might want to go into. It's funny because when we toured the colleges and looked at the physics department, especially schools around us, I don't know, everywhere really, a lot of the people going into physics are so single-minded. I don't know, they aren't well-rounded at all. The people who want to major in physics, really, that's all they've done their whole life. They haven't gone outside. They just haven't done anything fun. They don't play sports. They don't play instruments. They don't really do anything other than just study. And that's just not fun. I don't know. I like that, even though reading might not be my favorite, and I might not enjoy omnibus as much as maybe calculus and physics, it makes you're so much more well-rounded, and it's just such a better experience. You get to actually socialize with people and make friends instead of just locking yourself in your room and just taking a test and studying all day, which I think is so much more fun. I would say, regardless of what you're going into, treat every class as equally important. And just because a lot of kids go into high school and they're I'm going to do this one thing, so none of these other classes matter. And that's a common question that a lot of teachers get is, well, why does this matter in my life? Well, it's because you don't know for sure, first of all, but also it goes back to that well-rounded thing. Even though you might not like omnibus, or for someone who's different than me, let's say you love omnibus, but you don't like math and physics, that doesn't mean you should just ignore it and just read the books, because you still want to train that problem solving part. So if you treat all of your classes with, if you respect all of your classes and actually try, then not only are you going to be more well-rounded, more knowledgeable in just the public setting later on in life, but you're just going to have more fun, and it's just going to be so much more enjoyable. You're not going to feel bottlenecked if you do try to change your mind. It's just going to be a lot better experience later on, I think.